presence in less than 24 hours. I think even in the first 5 hours was able to get that money. And then he said, let's make it 200 million. 200 million naira. And the media, we've not recovered. There was a big news a few days before. We were, getting into that, talking about Peter and Paul Okoye. And then this happened. And some people are not sure what it's about. Is it that Davido doesn't have the money, or he was just trying to pull a stunt or do something no one has done before? Deon Sowobi joins me this morning. He works with Cool FM.
Yes, I do. Is my mic on? All right, great. Yes, I work with Cool FM. I was on the Night Cafe last night. It's a pleasure to be with you here, Enoh, on the Crossfire.
Yeah.
The original Enigma. I call her Lady Ugbeviire.
Oh, so you can't just separate your voice from that voice?
No, I can't. Especially early morning. No.
All right. So when you saw the Davido video, what did you think?
Immediately, I thought he's back at it again. He's back at it again. Like Davido is one of the most interesting Nigerian artists ever. His whole story, his whole history, everything. But when I say he's back at it again, I mean like he is someone. He's known as the Drake of Nigeria, someone who knows how to use social media to just create buzz, and then focuses on him, focus on his music, focus on his brand. He's been doing it for a long time, and he's been really spinning the Nigerian audience, the global audience, for a long time. He really knows how to do it. He's perfected it, and he's been chilling for a while. He's been kind of off the scene for a while. There's been competition between him, Burna, and Wizkid for a good while now.
Yeah.
Burna and Wizkid have kind of leveled up and kind of left him in the dust, which he has commented on as well. He just said he choked. He's commented on it himself. But he's someone who knows how to get to social media and get the buzz on him.
All right, so we've got.
And I believe that's what he's doing.
Several of his colleagues have come out to speak. Cynthia Morgan, the German juice lady, right?
Yeah, German juice.
Now Madrina, and she says, if you have to compel people to celebrate you, it means there's nothing to be celebrated.
There's nothing about that. There's nothing in that statement at all. The funny thing is, Psquare'S is in the news as well. You mentioned them. I talked about this last night. Davido, Madrina, formerly known as Cynthia Morgan, and Psquare. There's a connection between the three of them. And there was the issue with Jude Okoye, Psquare'S brother, the management and all of that with Madrina, and she was not happy about that. She's been ranting about that for some time. And then Davido weighed in, and it looked as if he was going to assist her or help her career. Nothing happened on that end, and then she just started ranting about all of them. So she's just doing her thing. There's a lot to be celebrated about when it comes to Davido. As a Nigerian artist, he's been flying the flag very high for a while. He's got a large crew and entourage with him that he actually brings up as well. Even his security guard has gained fame from being part of Davido's crew and all of that. So there's a lot to be celebrated with him. He's a fantastic guy. He's a cool guy. She's just still on that rant and that whole thing, and the truth is, we all know that Davido, he uses social media to boost himself, to, put, a lot of them do it now. Like, even some are saying the Tiwa Savage tape,
was a stunt, right?
Was a stunt. A lot of people believe. I believe that. I don't like to run day one. I believe. I know, Lady, I know you know these things when you see. Like, okay. Come on now.
And people started saying, "Oh, you have to see the tape."
Yeah,
and
it's staged.
Where is it? There was nothing there.
There was nothing there, and the whole thing. She went abroad. Talk about it on a radio station. Why did she come here and talk about it? Where they'll ask you some genuine questions. Are you telling me that? They'll break it down for you, But no, she went abroad and did that. The whole thing, I believe, was a stunt from the beginning. So this is what they do now. There's a lot of sensationalism involved with the media, and a lot of them have perfected it overseas. Drake has perfected it as well. People like Drake, people like Kim Kardashian, they've really perfected this art. And Davido is like #1 here when it comes to that. And it generates revenue. It just as long as it's focused, you're going to see numbers going up in
so it's
places.
actually a marketing strategy.
It is a major marketing strategy. It's what brought Kim Kardashian to the limelight herself. Such a video as the one of Tiwa Savage. So, you know, you've got artists like Thames and Ira Star that are just coming up, boom, like just blowing up the whole place. You're like, you need something strong to kind of put yourself in there.
We're going to find out if P-Square has that strong scene.
Yeah.
But there also is the response from you know, Toyin Lawani.
Yes,
that designer.
Yes.
I mean, she has her own strategy as well, and she does stuff. And she's saying that, you know, this thing about poor, well, maybe not so wealthy people, pitching in.
Yeah, when there's so many other things that you could be doing, so many things you could do. Yeah, it's just the. What did she say exactly?
She.
let me know exactly what she
Davido
said.
deserves the attention. Okay, so she says people are giving out money to Davido. They're not always generous to extend a giving hand to other people when they need.
Yeah.
And I've heard that some of the entertainers that, you know, put some money in there are owing maybe their stylists, their workers, you know, so they're owing people.
Yeah.
And yet they're trying to jump into this, and you know, because some of their names were released.
Yes.
Like they're doing stuff, like they're giving money, but you owe people.
Yeah,
who
it's
work for you,
crazy.
blind
This
for you.
society is nuts now. You know, there's this bandwagon approach to things now where a certain trend picks up or something's happening and you want your name to be affiliated with it. You know, even Harry songs saying stuff like Davido is a god amongst men. I don't really know how and why that is necessary. It's like, guy, I did, or guy, like, look at me too. I did. You know, let me say something that will, you know, will just ginger the whole thing and make him feel whatever type of way. I don't know Nigerians to speak in that kind of way. He's a god amongst men. You know,
We're seeing it now.
Yeah, we're seeing it now, and we're seeing a lot of things like Thames song. Crazy things are happening up and down everywhere. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
The one, don't kill my vibe.
Yeah, Bloody Samaritan.
Yeah, and churches are playing it.
Yeah, and they're dancing to it. We're living in some really different, especially people like me and you. Like we've seen the development and changes over the years. This is incredible. I'd have never imagined. I couldn't have seen this happening in Nigeria the way it's happening right now.
Yeah, and
remember when, like, imagine a sex tape back in the days. You'd be done. You wouldn't be able to leave your house.
You will relocate.
You enter Benin Republic and change your name or something like that. But look at it right now. The world is truly a global place, and all the trends, things. Remember when we used to look at them abroad and used to wonder, like, what the hell these people are?
Like far away. Thank God we're not traveling.
We're not, you know,
amongst us,
yeah, but everything is here right now.
now,
and this is our lives. This is our lives. Like, you better get with the program.
You know, and part of the program is the LGBT plus.
Yes, it is.
That's a huge part of the program.
It is a big part of it, and believe me, they're coming through. They will come through. They've taken over everywhere. And
all the movies, there has to be a scene
there
where
has to be a
man
scene.
is kissing a man, a woman is marrying a woman, and the cartoon. Remember that quite recently?
Yes, there's a bunch of cartoons that have these relations, and they're trying to explain, even in the cartoons, they're trying to explain what transgender is and all sorts of things like that.
So they're capturing the babies now, not children, the babies. So
exactly.
as they start to watch from age 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, they get to see males together.
Yes, and it's normalized.
Yeah.
So now, if they ask, remember when they were trying to push us here in Africa to legalize homosexuality?
Yeah.
If they ask this generation or the next generation later down the line, what are they going to say? What are they going to say?
15 and 15 and younger.
Exactly. Maybe so. If they now push that to them and say, look, why don't we do? They're going to. It's already going to be normalized to them, because it's just the more you see something repetitively, it becomes normalized to you, and it's like no big deal. You know, that's the whole idea behind media. Period. This the normalization of things.
Something subtly.
Exactly.
Subtly, gradually,
they're coming,
accepting it.
my dear. They're coming through. They're gonna come through, because it's a global world we're living in now. Everything, we're all one together. Is just one world, and they want everything to be unified everywhere. So gradually they're going to push in, and it's happening. But it's good to see that they're even. We're still talking about entertainment, right?
Yes, we are. I mean, it's all part of it.
Yes, it is. It's good to see that they're kind of pushing back a bit, like, because you know the movie Eternals. You know that there was a particular board here in Nigeria that stopped it from filming in the cinemas because of homosexual scenes. you know, and they did in some other countries, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, and all of that. And you know, it's good to see that there's still that kind of resistance.
Yeah, but we have online movie sites that are very popular,
of
that
course.
we all subscribe to, that show us. So now the government says, don't watch it.
Yeah.
Then we say, no, we have internet, we're going to watch it.
We're going to watch it, no doubt. I'm going to watch it.
So we don't know that while we're resisting in the physical and saying, we don't want that. No, we don't want.
Yes.
Oh, no, LG.
Yes.
No,
do you know that?
Forbid.
Yeah.
Then we go online. We pay for
we're
data.
Still gonna,
we sit and we consume.
Yes, and you know, you're saying that you know, we don't want it, and they too, they're saying, people are saying we don't want it, and they consume. There's a lot of people in society too now today that feel that you know, these things should be legalized, these things should be normalized, because they've been watching these things, they've been kind of changed in that way as well. They know they have friends that are like that, they themselves are like that. So it's not the things. It's no longer hidden.
Let's do this, right?
Exactly, it's like, let's do this. My issue, I'll be honest with you, if somebody is gay, lesbian, it doesn't really matter. I think to each their own. I think it's a private thing, it's a personal thing. But the only issue is that they've developed to a place where they can. These discussions are really, you know, I think there's a lot of stuff we still need to do. They've been buttered up for so long over there in the West. They you know, they have their health care, they have their this, they have their welfare system, they have their food stamps. I mean, if you're poor, you can go here. If you can, light and water is not even something they think about. You just turn on your tap and drink water. It's not, they're not pure water. You're not buying anything.
Water is water.
Water is water, like, you know, so they've buttered them up. We don't have that kind of buttering. You can't be just walking down the street and forming sissy, you know, starting all those your shenanigans. There'll be problem for you. There's a lot of angry people out there. You know what I mean? Like, the people are going to react to that. Like, what the hell is going on? We've not reached that level in that state. So they shouldn't really be shoving it down our throats, you know. Let's have light and water, and people are busy doing stuff. You'll see that they won't really be concerned about all of that. But we're not ready for it, so they shouldn't shove it down our throats.
Okay, let's also talk about how and if, you know, social media has helped our artists.
Yeah.
You know, Nigerian artists, the likes of Thames or Star. I mean, I didn't even know these people, and I started hearing their songs, and I'm like, who's this person?
Yeah.
And then, oh, okay, then I know them. Then I think, is it Thames that got MTV?
Yes, recently with WizKid, right? Yeah, Thames is okay. As in, someone like Thames it's as if she just came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
boom.
like softly, just.
Well, no, she's been in the industry for a while. She's been in the for a little while. I would say maybe like 3-4 years or so. Yeah, but it's not really a long time, is it? You know, and I feel for Tiwa Savage and Yemi Alade, and because these girls have just come out now, and it's like they're really just secondary right now. I think it's a new style, is a new brand, and then the hit with WizKid. You know, not only that, what a lot of these new artists now coming up, the guys, the girls, the way they sound on the record is the way they sound on stage.
So
like they're really on it. Yeah, they can actually sing. You know, and I'll be honest, even to me, the Thames blowing up like that, I've never seen it before. WizKid and Burna Boy built up to where they are now. They toiled. You know what I'm saying? This girl's rise is just really phenomenal. The song with WizKid, of course, is a smash hit. Even when I heard it, I was playing it on Cool like a lot, you know. But I never believed it would. I didn't think it would get to this stage. But Justin Bieber's calling and is like, "Yo, can I get on a remix?" And you know, the whole world, it's a social media sensation. The girl is hot. She's cooking rice and stew for Drake. I mean, it's just like from nowhere, you know. And then these kind of things make someone go and do sex tape and bring out and all of that, you know. But she's talented. She has that gift. She has that talent.
And we have someone like Omalay.
Yes, of course, of course. That's another one as well. He's a great talent, but it also has a lot to do with his management. It has a lot to do with his management, the people behind his music, and their understanding of the industry. All right, because something about the industry is that, and that's what people like Drake are into, and people like Davido are into, and what WizKid is plying now, and what Burna Boy had to do to get a Grammy, is that there are certain tricks of the trade. There's certain moves you need to just make. There's certain people you need to align yourself with. these streaming sites, numbers. You know, there's a way you can manipulate certain things to project an artist to where the person is now in demand because of this over here, these figures here, this over here, some highlights over here. I mean, the management team of Omale is sensational. It's great to know that they're PH heads as well. I mean, the whole crew is PH heads. Our DJ Jonelle, you know, Cool FM is with them as well. And even all the guys that are part of the management were part of this Port Harcourt branch of Wazobia Info, you know. So, and we know them, and we know what they're capable of. And it's great to see Omale, especially from a PH perspective as well, like to see him projecting himself like that. He is bringing something fresh to the industry. His style and his brand is his way of you know, putting his words together, selecting his music is amazing. It's different, and is the kind of things where you hear gets you excited, and it makes people, you know, ask questions. Is this how they talk in Port Harcourt? What did he say? Is it Port Harcourt slang? You know, so it's really phenomenal. It's the way things are happening right now. With people like Omale, Ajibor Hustlers. You know, it's a bunch of them coming up now. A whole bunch of them.
Crazy things are happening,
really.
And one of the crazy things that just happened was Peter and Paul, Psquare. You know, I was telling someone, I'm not sure a lot of people in this generation, in the next generation, will know them. People that are like 20 and younger.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
There's a bunch of them even now that wouldn't know them.
Because there's Thames, there's Omale, there's Irish Star, there's...
it goes on and on. Fireboy, CK, Loj.
There's another boy.
There's another girl, Fave. Coming up, there's a bunch of them. So and they're crowded. Crazy talented. They're crazy talented.
It's crowded. They're moving quickly. Then Peter and Paul wake up. After how many years were they away for?
Man, I think it was like since 2017. So 5 years now. 6 years.
5 years. And this is the same time that all these new artists just went boom.
Yes.
So the question is, will Psquare be able to release anything that would bring them back into the market and secure them a place? For those who don't know what they sound like, this is it.
We bring it back again. The remix with the beat by the yo beat. Everybody, it's the way I'm this is the remix. This is the remix. This is the remix. Okay now, with the phone now, him go now, with the flow now. It's a poor show. This are fresh from my child. Oh yeah. See them, then come back again. Like this is the big you take one again now. Why you put me in between middle of the center? Cause me no like no pretender. So make you stop to the look and start to the groove. That I'm proud if you wanna be too. Remember say they get it, they do. We're gonna make you secure. I love your boom boom bang. You make me really want not to jump. When you hook up in the club, give them a one, give them a jump. Put your busy body.
We start you off in the morning, keep you all day, and keep you company all night long. We are 92.3 Nigeria Info. The first talk station of the nation.
You are tuned in to 92.3 Nigeria Info.
It's the remix, yeah. The remix, yeah. Akon, Psquare, Mr. Maybe, Convict Music. First of all, you're the type of woman that stays on my mind. Walk down the street, every guy wanna jump on your behind. It's your seduction that makes sure that we stay in line. Sexual corruption, cause I'll kill anyone for your time. Yeah. Even though I make real dough, you're the reason there'll be more, yeah. Yeah. Even though I got much more, I don't mind if you chuck my money. Chuck my money. Chuck my money. Cause I don't care. Chuck my money. Chuck my money. Chuck my money. Cause I don't.
We're talking Psquare, Peter and Paul Okoye. That's Chop My Money remix. Has got Mayday on the track, and of course international sensation Akon. We're Nigerian for about 12 minutes before we wrap this up. Deon Sowobi of Cool FM is here. He can't stop. We're talking Psquare. So they broke up in 2016.
That's right.
And they're twins. How did it hit you at that time, Deon?
At the time, it was just surprising. I was into their music, but I was not as in-depth as the fans, like the fans that were going crazy. I was just like, wow, what's going on here? I didn't think it would last this long. But people were begging them for long. Davido was begging them. Celebrities were begging them, you know, because this is what we knew. This is what we wanted. This is what we fell in love with, that duo right there. We didn't like the idea of a separation. Even when they were doing their separate music, it just didn't feel right. And they never really picked up on that. None of them did.
What was it about Psquare, you know, that made them who they were? Because some people don't know them now.
Yeah.
They never heard of them before.
Yeah.
Maybe they heard about the songs, but you know, what was it about them?
It was
really?
the packaging, the brand, the style. Like they were really the level of branding. The level of branding then is like what you're seeing predominantly now. Like branding, people have it down now. Artists have it down. Influencers have it down. People that understand, you know exactly what they do when it comes to branding. They were the ones that were doing that. Like started that really. The whole being twins. You know, they were fit. They were trim. There was the way they looked. The dancing.
Six-pack gang.
You know what I'm saying? And then even when they spoke, it seemed different from, you know, how they looked and how they were packaged. You know, people were comparing them to Usher. They looked like Usher. They were hanging out with Usher. Like, there was a lot of things. I think they were even amongst the first to break into the foreign scene, like the way the Bunch did with Snoop Dogg. You know, they did with Rick Ross. And there were so many interesting things about them. And it was really heartbreaking to a lot of people, them splitting up.
5 years, just about 5 years and counting.
Yeah.
What do you think could have brought them back at the start?
It's what happens with every group that separates. Like after a while, they realize that, hey, you know what? We made more money when we were together. You know, so things just begin to make sense. And then maybe a bit more of maturity, you know, realizing, you know, they're twins, for heaven's sake. They're supposed to have this particular kind of bond. But I'll tell you that it would definitely boil down to the money. And the fact that they're able to do much more together, why they separated, you know, that would definitely be a big part of it. I'm sure there's some other things as well. Maybe they miss each other or whatever, but it will boil down to money. It always does.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this money now, I know they had endorsements, and they had a lot happening for them that other people could not even think about.
Yes.
You know, but now that they're here, we have a new crop of mad, crazy creatives.
Yeah.
What would they need to do to get back into the market?
Well, it's a little tough if you're talking music-wise, because if you think of all the artists that were around when they were doing it, I mean, even Deon is finding it hard to get back in. And, you know, he's the cocoa master. Sounds funny. We're laughing, right? Why are we laughing? All right, but yeah. So the only person from their time and era that I see really doing things still now is Two-Face, Wande Cole. They're not that many, you know. So I think music-wise, unless they totally reinvent themselves and you know, maybe take the dance to the next level, because the dance is still in vogue. Yeah. If they can take the dance to the next level, and I really think they should look at doing other things, you know, maybe like a entertainment academy, dance academy, you know, build a brand on social media, similar to maybe what Don Dazzy is doing. The two of them, there's a way they can spice it up and make it really fun and funny. I just keep themselves relevant while creating a new industry entirely, not necessarily in the entertainment industry, but not necessarily as them as performing artists, like something else entirely, like a production company. Maybe the two of them should come together and revive Cynthia Morgan's career. Maybe that's because she's talented as well. She's really talented.
She is. I kind of miss her.
Yeah, true that. True that. But I know definitely there is something they can do, especially with their brother Jude. He's great at coming up with ideas and concepts. I'm sure they should be able to find their lane still. The whole twins package, no one has been able to take it from them. They're the only still big twin entertainers that we know. There are others, but they've never been able to get to that level. So I'm sure they'll be able to come up with something in time. All
right. Do we take a call or two or WhatsApp messages? Okay, we're live on Facebook at Nigerian Football Page. A message here, there's several of them. My issue is not on P-Square, the brothers, or how much they've lost over the years, because definitely they would always make hit songs, especially now fans know they're together. Whatever they drop would sell. That's what Sabi Boy thinks. Says, my issue is on the economy, how the economy has so eaten into Davido's life that they not ask everybody for money. Even the Just United brothers, isn't that a shock to everyone? So P-Square kind of jumped on it.
Yeah.
I think their best day was 2 days after the announcement that they're back.
Yeah. They jumped on it as well. I mean, because it's amazing. Like, wow, I wish I thought of this. Okay, he did it only 2 days ago. Let's do our own now. Let's see if we can. As they hot, exactly. But I don't think they need the money. Davido does not need that money. It's just shenanigans, And it's funny how they can play off these things. People need that money. Like, open a tomato manufacturing company. I'm sure you could create something. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get into
industries, right?
Create industries, for heaven's sake. But dude will just say, I need money. People just start shelling out though. It's crazy, man. These times we're living in some crazy times. I'm telling you.
We need to jump on that WhatsApp group.
For real. Honestly speaking.
And does this talk about who are your friends?
Exactly. That's what's. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is what's happening now. It's just like when Davido bought Chioma the Porsche. Girls were now like, Davido is buying to it. Like, what? If now it's like, who are your friends? They're asking everyone, who are your friends? Man, it's just so annoying. These times we live in. It's really crazy, man.
Thank you, Deon, for your time. Couldn't take
great.
calls, but I'm sure you have been, embraced in some way and lived. We'll play this little part of the song that, Deon kind of really likes from P-Square, and then the commercials. My name is Enoh Enigma. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of the podcast weekend.
Personally, I rock your body. I promise to go home, you won't tell daddy. I give it to you like you never had it. Swimming church, chill like speaking Chinese. Now waiting minutes, back a boom boom. Now waiting as Zaya, cause she know one day. She talks, so she know one day. I know go lie.